Hi, I'm Tara Keeping with NameDropper.tv. With me is Bob Harvey. We're at the Morrell Sanctuary, which is just on Nanaimo Lakes Road, just past the Colliery Dam. And we're just here speaking to Bob, who is a volunteer as well as a board member, and he also does the interpreter. He's an interpreter for the walks. He does school programs. There's also programs for the seniors, because a lot of people don't know about the Morrell Sanctuary, and it's been around since 1973. Bill Morrell donated the land here, and it was because he was a developer and he wanted to make sure that the land wasn't going to be used for logging, wasn't going to be used for developing. So 278 acres is what he donated, and the Morrell Sanctuary became a non-profit society 25 years ago. Bob has been a part of that for the last 4 years, and I just met Bob just coming here and being part of a program that he had, and I just want Bob to let us know, because a lot of you folks don't know about this, and for 278 acres there's a lot to do, a lot of walks, a lot of trails, and their main purpose here is all about education and conservation. So Bob, if you can tell us a little bit more about your role, and maybe a little bit more about Bill Morrell that I just don't know. So
Well, Bill Morrell, like you said, he was a contractor, and in 1973 he was getting on in age, and he decided that he would like to donate this property to the Nature Trust of British Columbia. So he didn't want to sell it. He was offered $1 million at the time, and he turned it down. So like I said, he handed over the deed right to the Nature Trust, and his goal was for environmental education. And in 1984, the Morrell Sanctuary Society for Environmental Education was started up, and we do all kinds of school programs for District 68 here in Nanaimo. And a lot of the children come through here, and their parents come through, and a lot of their parents, we always hear them say, "Oh, I never knew this place existed. This is such a beautiful place." It's a second growth Douglas fir forest, and it was logged 3 times in its history. The last time it was logged, it was never clear cut. It was selectively logged. So when you come into this forest here, you'll see a lot of species that would usually be found in an old growth forest. So
because it's still old growth with a little bit of selective.
Exactly. There's still old growth trees here. We have trees that are 300 up to 700 years old that are on the trails. And during the summertime, we have guided nature walks in here, which is, they're free, but like being a non-profit society, we would like to have some donations when people come in here to use it, because it's not a city park, and it's not a provincial park. It's owned by the Nature Trust of BC, and like I said, it's run by a non-profit society.
Right. And just let you folks know that there is a electronic gate. It is gated because they do have hours. Summer hours are we looking at 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.?
So, summer hours, and then it's going to change once the time change comes. I think probably 9 till 5, I think.
Okay, so 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah,
and and what a beautiful time of season, the fall. I mean, look how beautiful it is, and the views we have here of the Pacific Ocean, the Georgia Strait. It's just, and like I said, it's 278 acres. So I mean, there's so many paths that you can do, walks and photo shoots, and you will never get tired of it, because there's just so many different. Almost 300 acres.
Yeah, there's 11 kilometers of trails, and there's a beaver pond, and there's a lake. It's just gorgeous. It's just I just love this place. It's just fantastic in here. So.
And today you guys are having an open house.
Yeah.
Because there is actually events, because you also have it's an Easter egg. Is it Easter egg and a Halloween event that you have as well?
Well, what we've been doing is we're not having the Halloween one this year because we're having the beer and burger in November. And because we only have so many volunteers, we can only do so much.
Fair enough. And that beer and burger, do you just want to tell the folks a little bit more about your upcoming fundraiser? Yeah,
the beer and burger is November the 14th, I believe. It's at the Harwood Arms, and the tickets are $15. You get a beer and burger, and then there's a silent auction. So, and all the funds go to Morrell to look after the trails, because it's all done by volunteers.
Right.
And we do have corporate sponsorships, and we've been very, very fortunate. We just put in a new signage, nature signs, and all the infrastructure has been falling apart. And like I said, the corporate sponsorship has been just excellent for us. We've put two new docks in, a bridge bridge over our spillway down by the lake. And so things are just ongoing all the time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you need a new place to walk or just experience nature, we're on Nanaimo Lakes Road, just past the Colliery Dam in Harewood here. It's the Morrell Sanctuary. And if you see Bob, he is an interpreter. He seems to be around a lot, and he's always the man that does hold slugs. I remember
Yeah,
you're always holding the slugs.
Yeah, by the time, yeah.
Slug right now that you can. And you're so passionate, and you are so knowledgeable about the education, about regrowth and sustainable logging and whatnot.
And it's good to have something like this because, you know, a lot of parts of the country, they don't have this, and the kids can experience this. This is just a fabulous place to live and to enjoy the outdoors.
And it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for taking the time out to speak with us, Bob. I'm Tara Keeping with Bob Harvey here. We're at Morrell Sanctuary, and I invite you folks to come out and visit Morrell Sanctuary if you haven't so far this year. So this is Tara Keeping at NameDropper.tv.